and welcome to the Scorpio full moon astrology report on the lake with the winds of change that are blowing today as we have this Pluto T-square to the sun and moon. Whew, how are you doing? This is going to be an intense full moon. Can you feel it? Especially for, and I hate to say this, the fixed signs. If you are a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, I know you are feeling under pressure from the Pluto T-square to the sun in Taurus and the moon in Scorpio. We're going to have an exact T-square on this Scorpio full moon. And I will be your guide for this lunation as a Scorpio with a really strong 29-degree Pluto. I am a powerful guide for going through the depths of the waters of Scorpio and Pluto, the underworld, and the unconscious and the subconscious and the dream world. I feel right at home. Everybody's freaking out about this full moon, but I'm like, it feels like a Tuesday to me. So we all have those fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, somewhere in our chart. And that is where you will be feeling it. So if you have your astrology chart, get out your astrology chart and look to your houses of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio. At 4 degrees is where the moon will be in Scorpio, and 2 degrees of Pluto. So between 2 to 4 degrees of the fixed signs in your astrology chart, if you know where that is, let me know down in the comments, and I'll give you a little mini astrology reading to tell you what that's going to mean for you when the Pluto T-square hits your 2 to 4 degrees of your fixed signs in your chart. This is about transformation. This is about major life shifts and change. We're all going through it. We're like the caterpillar going into the cocoon of Plutonian T-square metamorphosis, and Scorpio is right at home with transformation as well. Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, we're really soaking in the change just coming out of that eclipse portal from that total solar eclipse in Aries. And we've had all these geomagnetic storms, and we had the Libra lunar eclipse. I mean, it's like we have just done a marathon of astrological intense transits over the last month, and more, just more to come now with the Scorpio full moon. It's like we're just ready for anything. We've got the resilience to keep going, but we will really be feeling some big changes brewing in those fixed sign houses. Anywhere you have 2 to 4 degrees, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. I'm just going to keep saying it. That's where you're going to want to look for this full moon. And I have this full moon. We have an astrology chart winner. It is Lakshmi 2369. You just won a full astrology chart reading. I give away an astrology chart reading every full moon on my astrology chart, on my astrology readings, and all you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment to be in it to win it. And I love that it was Lakshmi who won this time. It feels so fitting because we just had that Navaratri, the 9 nights of the goddess. And Goddess Lakshmi is one of my favorites. And Lakshmi had made a bunch of comments in my shorts. You can comment on the shorts that go through and on the main video to win. And I am wearing some red today because this is Scorpio color, that deep blood red. And which is funny when you think of Scorpio and Taurus being on that same astrological axis, because red is the color that the matadors use with the bulls to get them all riled up, to get them angry so they'll charge. And I think it's funny that Scorpio and Taurus are on the same axis. Scorpio is in opposition to Taurus, and red is the color that is ruled by Scorpio, as if we were having that red flag in front of the bull. And they say that Scorpio and Taurus don't get along, but I've always had so many of my best friends and so many people I love and family who are Taurus, who I get along with so well. So I don't really believe that Scorpio and Taurus, I think if you're in a relationship with Scorpio and Taurus, you can get along, you can have a really passionate, but we may just have some fiery, feisty, you know, frustrating energy with this full moon when we have that Taurus sun and the Scorpio full moon. And there's going to be lots of really deep-seated, intense emotions coming up to the surface to be healed, to be felt. And as I'm recording this today, we have Venus, planet of love, conjunct Chiron, the wounded warrior healer. So lots of feeling all the feels in our heart, in our love relationships. A lot of relationship wounds may be coming up. You may be thinking of past relationships or past heartbreaks, or maybe you're going through a heartbreak right now, or you're having some relationship issues. All of that can be coming to the surface to be healed in a deep way with Venus and Chiron conjunct right as we're going into the Scorpio full moon with the Pluto T-square. It's an intense time, this lunar cycle in Scorpio. You're gonna want to get to the water. That's why I had to be near water today. And we have lots of deep-seated, intense emotions that can come up to the surface on this Scorpio full moon. Scorpio ruled by water. If you can get to the water, I'm here today on this beautiful, subtle lake. And if you're lucky enough to live near the beach or ocean, get out to the ocean and just be near the tides of the water, the ocean waves, rivers, streams, wherever you can get out into nature and be near water. Water is so healing, especially if you're an empath, especially if you're sensitive to all the energies that we've been going through in this whirlwind of astrological transits we've had that really started when the eclipse portal opened with that Libra lunar eclipse, full moon Libra lunar eclipse, going into that total solar eclipse in Aries, the great American eclipse. Maybe you were able to see that eclipse. It was so intense. I felt that eclipse so much in my heart center, my heart space. It was so altering energetically. And now we also had that Jupiter Uranus, that rare Jupiter Uranus conjunction in Taurus. I've been talking about all these transits for weeks. If you haven't heard enough about these transits, you can go back and watch my eclipse videos where I really take the deep dive into the Taurus Jupiter Uranus conjunction. And today we have Venus and Chiron conjunction. Again, just opening up our heart, healing our heart. Chiron, the wounded warrior healer in Aries, was conjunct that total solar eclipse. So many of us are in a kind of healing crisis. And then add to that, we've had these incredible record-breaking geomagnetic solar storms creating incredible aurora borealis in Alaska. And maybe you were in a place where you could see the aurora borealis. It's been really intense. A lot of people I know having these solar storm symptoms. We did a whole video about the solar storms and how they're going to be increasing more and more as we go into 2025 when we have that solar flip. There's just a lot going on. Are you feeling what's going on right now? If you're at all energetically sensitive, I know you're feeling this whirlwind of energy from all these transits we're all feeling. And water is so good for empaths. And even if you can just take a moon bath, a nice, pour some sea salt in your bathtub and take a moon bath on this full moon in Scorpio with that Pluto T-square. Just get to the water. Drinking lots of water helps. Just being immersed in water, swimming. Maybe you want to do a cold water plunge out in nature. That's always fun too. Going on. So you just have to take it easy on yourself right now. And if you're having a hard time, then you are probably aligning to these higher frequency energies coming in, because that's a true sign of alignment to the energy, is when you are having healing crisis, you are having a tough time, or maybe you're having symptoms like headaches, insomnia, anxiety. I'm seeing a lot of these symptoms. A lot of my massage clients and friends are telling me they're having really intense symptoms of almost feeling like a detox too, where they're just purging all kinds of toxins from their body. And if you're new here and you're wondering what is going on with all these transits, what is she talking about, just go back and watch the last 4 or 5 videos and you'll see that we have really been in this marathon of so many intense transits, more than I've ever remember seeing in any eclipse portal. I always say eclipse portals are like a roller coaster ride, but this has been a particularly jarring roller coaster ride of an eclipse portal. And full moons are always about letting go. And this moon is ruled by Pluto, the great transformer who loves to teach us how to let go. Pluto will strip you of everything. Pluto will take it all away so that you can let go and you can transform, just like that phoenix rising from the ashes of destruction. Pluto is the one who says that you can be reborn from your trauma, that you can heal, and you can rise above. This full moon is about rising above whatever problems are going on for you. You can rise. And we're in this springtime, this yang rising up energy, which I talked about in the 9-star key, as we're in a 3 wood star, which is all about rising up to bloom again. No matter what has gone on, you can always rise up and bloom once again. Place where Pluto is in Aquarius, asking us to be bigger, to do something for our community. Aquarius is all about community. And when you have a T square, this is a very intense square because it involves both the sun and the moon in a square. And squares bring challenges, conflicts, obstacles to whatever it is you're trying to do. And it creates that diamond making pressure. I like to say it's that pressure that is so intense, but that if that pressure makes diamonds, you will shine like a radiant diamond when you get through this challenge. Have you ever had a challenge so hard that when you finally completed it, like the Iron Man competition we've just been through, and then you complete the challenge, you complete the competition, and you are stronger and you shine brighter and you rise above for having completed that challenge? That is what this square is bringing us. And somewhere deep within that challenge, that conflict, there is a gift. There is a lesson. There is a transformation. You change and grow. Sometimes that darkest night of the soul is when you really find your deepest strength, your resilience. I know I've had some hard times before, but then you become so much stronger when you do rise above that problem that you're having. So just know that it is going to get better, and we're just sort of in that diamond making pressure right now. And see if you can transform and just evolve from whatever challenges you are facing right now. And I've just been incredibly busy with work this month. I almost thought I wasn't going to get this report done because I've had that Jupiter and Uranus conjunction in opposition to my entire stellium of Scorpio planets, which has manifested as sort of like an opportunity overload. I've just had too many projects, too many opportunities. I sold so many eclipse astrology chart sales that I'm still catching up, and I'm almost done. I have 3 astrology charts left to do from that sale, and if you're still waiting for yours, I promise they're coming. But and then I also have my Bend Health Guide, which we are uploading to the printers this month. And my Pluto square happened energetically. It felt like I'm already feeling this square because my computer just like crashed, and I've been energetically zapping like electronics all month long. I think that when you just have too much energy and too much coming at you, you can like zap electronic things, and the internet has been down, and so that has been my square. I'm like a walking glitch. Of course, it is Mercury retrograde too, so that I'm sure is playing into it. But I would love to know if you are feeling all these transits and what kind of things are showing up for you in all these transits. And for me, I find when that is going on, I just have to get out into the garden and just put my bare feet in the soil, in my lawn, just earth myself, and completely surrender to the process. There's like nothing else you're going to do. You're not going to be able to control it. And this Pluto square is a time when you may want to have more energetic boundaries. We may be more sensitive to the people in our environment. Even your own friends and family could just be too much right now. It's like you can easily get overwhelmed by the energies of others, or being in crowded places or people-y places can feel like too much right now. So you can always create a golden dome of protection around you to just sort of create this energetic bubble when you go out, even to the grocery store. You just might find that you're more energetically sensitive to anyone showing up around, anybody like talking, and you may also find that with Pluto represents power. But when you have a Pluto T-square that is this strong, a Pluto T-square to the sun and moon, then you can have power struggles in your relationship and just conflict. And do not engage with crazy. With the Scorpio full moon and a Pluto T-square, just step away. Create your energetic boundary, take some space. I think we all need a lot of time and space alone with this Scorpio full moon and T-square. And this is a time when you might need to reclaim your own personal power in some way. You may be victimized or abused or just have a toxic relationship. And it's time to just spend some time alone reclaiming your own personal power. And Pluto also rules over secrets and bad habits, some things that both may be coming up right now. Maybe it's a secret about your bad habit, or your bad habit shows up. And all of it's just coming up to be healed, and then let that shit go. Just whatever you need to release, any bad habits, any secrets that come up, just let that go. Pluto is about letting go, releasing, getting rid of. And it's a great time to do a detox. And I think the key word that can save us with this Scorpio full moon and a Pluto T-square is compassion. Really having compassion for others, for whatever they're going through, even if they're acting and behaving poorly. And above all, having compassion for yourself, to love yourself and have compassion with yourself while you're going through maybe some challenges, conflicts, obstacles, and giving yourself self-care, rest, nourishing yourself, just eating really wholesome, healthy foods so that you can feel healthy enough to get through this healing crisis that is coming with that Pluto T-square interacting with Chiron conjunct Venus. There's just a lot to heal, a lot to process. And sometimes when you're in a healing crisis, things come out, we don't always say things in the best, nicest way when you're going through healing crisis. So just having that compassion, and it may bring on all kinds of symptoms like headaches, insomnia. I'm seeing a lot of people having a lot of body aches and really deep internal pain under this influence, and Pluto rules over that kind of deep pains that come to the surface to be healed, combined with Chiron. We're just going to keep getting more and more of these geomagnetic storms too, and those are also causing people a lot of weird symptoms that I'm seeing in my massage. And so where all of these cosmic shifts are really, and our climate is really making it hard to motivate. And so just go easy on yourself as we're all recalibrating to this new energy and this new way forward. And a lot of people have been downloading these big energetic downloads in this eclipse portal. And so it's a lot to process, and it's just a lot. And then you're just trying to do your day-to-day work a day on top of all of that. And it's like a tsunami wave of energy that has come from this whole lunar eclipse portal combined with the Jupiter Uranus. It's just been a lot. And that's something that I think is funny now that we move into the Scorpio full moon. Scorpios also are somebody who bring in a lot of energy and almost too much. And so you might just need to stop everything and take a nap and get your rest. I know I was really busy this last week, and on Saturday I was like, I just need to take a nap. And I don't normally take naps, but give yourself that deep rest, the quiet, the nature therapy, to just really be able to root down and ground and earth yourself with this, all the waves of everything that has been going on. I know y'all are feeling it. And listen to your body and listen to your psyche. That's what Pluto wants you to do. Pluto rules psychology. So this is such a good time to go into therapy, but also just a good time to do some journal writing, to just tap into what is going on in your psyche. Give yourself more time and space this moon to really let go, relax, and rest. In a culture that rewards constant busyness, it's hard, it's challenging sometimes. You might feel guilty if you just unplug and give yourself a day to do the deep rest, or give yourself time to get out in nature, to just be with yourself in quiet, listening to the birds. And this sacred place where we do absolutely nothing. This is a place of deep power in that beautiful Scorpio transformative way. Sometimes you just need to go into the abyss, quiet, dark sleep, and just sleeping even more and dreaming, inviting in that dream world that is ruled by Pluto. And spending a little quiet, restful time this moon to reconnect with yourself without any distractions, turning everything off, to find your passion and your heart's true purpose. This will lead you to a kind of personal power that is so perfect for that Pluto T-square. And I get why people call it a power nap. After taking a nap, I was like, whew, I feel empowered now. So give yourself time, space, naps, deep sleep, dream world, maybe taking some kava. And Pluto rules over death, transformation, and the rebirth cycle. As I said, we were soaking in it in 2021 and 2022 with that Taurus Scorpio eclipse, and now we are revisiting the energy to see if we really have changed since that time. And I think we've all changed, and even our world has changed so much just since 2021, that this is a moment to reflect on the process that you've gone through. Just like that caterpillar becoming a butterfly, we've all been through some kind of metamorphosis. And this Pluto T-square wants us to rise into our most powerful self, to be bigger, to manifest more. And it all begins within. It all starts with our subconscious beliefs, with what we're telling ourselves, and listening to our own self-talk. What are the stories you're telling yourself, and can you transform it to create a new story and a new reality? And we recorded last month, I think it was about a month ago, we recorded this wealth activation, which uses this special binaural money, they call it the money frequency music, that you listen to transform. Apparently it can even transform your DNA, and we have a wealth DNA. So this is like a wealth DNA activation. And I have been listening to this for about 45 days in a row. Just listening. I put it on when I'm doing massages, or I just put it on when I'm cleaning the kitchen. I listen to it all the time, and I swear that this music has kind of brought me into the alignment with this higher vibrational wealth energy. I'm manifesting like crazy, just these opportunities to expand my wealth situation. It is so amazing. So I really do believe that is aligned with the power of Pluto and the power of a Pluto T-square to just transform from within and out. And it doesn't have to be an arduous process. It can be effortless, just aligning to a higher vibrational energy by listening to this wealth activation music. It's kind of mind-blowing. I actually was a bit of a skeptic when we made it. I go, how could music tap into your DNA and change your wealth situation? But I've witnessed it changing my own. And then a couple of my clients have listened to it too, and they've had these miracle stories around money. And so it's that kind of going within and doing more of an energetic alignment rather than going out and doing. Sometimes I think we can get so busy with busying ourselves with, I have to work on this, or I have to fix my website, or I have to do all these things that are external, that are outside of our power. But if instead you can bring your energy back into your place of personal power, if you can work on your inner stories, your inner dialogue, your energetic vibration by raising your vibration with Reiki or energy, or listening to a higher vibrational sound frequency, it's remarkable how quickly you can shift into this higher place of personal power. So I just throw that out. You got to give it a try and tell me what you think. And now I just want to read the Sabian symbols. I want to read the Sabian symbols for both the Scorpio full moon at 4 degrees of Scorpio and for Pluto, because Pluto's coming in so hot this full moon. I'm going to read Pluto at 2 degrees of Aquarius. And starting with Scorpio at 4 degrees, a youth carries a lighted candle in a devotional ritual. And the keynote is the educative power of ceremonies, which impress the great images of a culture upon its gathered participants. It would be so beautiful to do a full moon ceremony with candles for this full moon. A community of human beings is ensouled by a few basic symbols which structure and illustrate the group's particular culture and way of life. Rituals and social ceremonies of all types, from a baseball game to a ticker tape parade for returning heroes or a religious service in an old cathedral, these all incorporate symbols. The minds and feelings of young people are formed by these very symbols, and a community of feelings is built during the formative years of childhood and adolescence. Scorpio is especially related to rituals, including sex rituals, which unite the communicants at the roots of their beings. The power of symbols is evident above and beyond the more biological act. Well, that's interesting. And now I want to read Aquarius. Aquarius. This is where Pluto will be in Aquarius at 2 degrees. An unexpected thunderstorm. And the keynote is the need to develop the inner security which will enable us to meet unexpected crisis. And here we are primarily concerned with social, collective processes and the function of the individual within them, handling an event for which one is not prepared. A menace to men's work. This scene stresses the fact that nature may reduce to impermanence the seemingly most permanent endeavors and constructive activities of men. Under a downpour of rain, an adobe brick can return to mud. All human institutions and their achievements can be washed away, even in their day of great glory. Dust you were, and dust you may become. This is nature's challenge. Pluto also rules over fear and death. And these Sabian symbols are a little bit scary, like a child with a candle in a lightning storm. There's a little bit of fear invoking, just as Scorpio invokes fear, but it can also be a motivator. I think that fear can motivate us to make a change. And Pluto asks us, what are you afraid of? And what needs to change? And that could be our journal prompt for this Scorpio full moon. What are you afraid of and what needs to change? And now I just want to do the astrology readings for all 12 signs. Aries, you just had that massive total solar eclipse in your sign, and now it's like the check engine light is on in your car and you just have to get it fixed. When you can't really move forward in life until you take care of what's causing that check engine light to go on. So this is a good moon to let go of any bad habits, let go of toxic relationships, let go of your own self-sabotaging behaviors, Aries. It's time to take a look at your life and see what is working and what is not, and then make some serious changes to the ways you're doing things so that you can reach your goals. And your love life may need help. Some deep healing as Venus conjuncts Chiron in your sign of Aries. This will be a time when you are feeling all the feels in your relationships. And listen to our love sound healing recording. I will link it down below. And this will be like a heart salve for you, Aries, as you take some time to listen to your heart and truly tap into what it is that your heart wants, and do some work on your heart chakra with this incredible sound healing music. Taurus, happy solar return, Taurus. For your birthday, I bring you the gift of a Pluto square that will rock your relationships this month. I know it might not feel like a gift in this moment, but when you tap into your heart space and you get real clarity about what it is you want and what you really need out of your relationships, from your friends, family, and lovers, even your work partnerships, really tapping in to your inner knowing of what it is that you desire, then you can brave up and you can ask your friends, family, lovers, co-workers in the best possible way. Ask them to support you, to help to get your needs met in a better way. And this is a time for Taurus to just be a little bit selfish, to take care of number one, to really ask for what you need, ask for the support, and have those heart-to-heart talks with the people in your life, and even with your work partnerships, just taking the time to figure out how you can make a plan that will work to support you better. and taking some time to nourish yourself. Get self-care this month. Love yourself like you want to be loved by others, and watch your relationships change. And you also should listen to our love sound healing recording music we made to open your heart chakra, as your relationships will really be bringing up all the feels on this Scorpio full moon. The Scorpio full moon is opposing Taurus and hitting you right in the 7th house of relationships and partnerships. Gemini. This Pluto T-square is asking you to get organized, to make a better schedule, and start some new, healthier habits that will support your forward momentum towards reaching your goals. And you've been so busy lately taking care of other people and working so hard that you might have forgotten to take care of yourself, like even the littlest things like scheduling your dentist appointments. And spend some real time with your calendar this month and your planner, and plan out all the ways that you can take better care of your health, take better care of your mental health, planning out some kind of movement like yoga, or improving what you're eating, maybe even getting a health checkup if you haven't had one in a while, because your body is calling now and it wants your attention. And if you ignore this call, it could lead to a health crisis of some kind in the months ahead. So pay attention to your body, pay attention to your routines for health and well-being. Cancer. This full moon trines your sign, giving you opportunities to express your creativity. You are just a divine channel this full moon for visions, music, painting, and poetry to just come through you. Everything wants to be expressed by you right now. And Pluto is urging you to make a change to allow more time and space to shine your light on your creative pursuits. You have so much fertile energy to grow a garden or get pregnant this month. If you've been wanting children, this full moon is your best chance, Cancer, of all 2024 to get pregnant. So go for it. Give it a try. And there is a higher calling coming to you now. Pay close attention to who is showing up for you right now, and what is it the universe is offering you right now. You may receive some kind of opportunity, and this is a say yes moment. Even if it seems to be disturbing your normal routine, you should definitely do the thing that is being asked of you at this time, because it's leading you to something higher. Leo. This full moon is squaring your sign, bringing up all sorts of annoyances you have with others in your life. You may be feeling frustrated and downright moody this month. So give yourself plenty of time alone. Go on long walks to figure out your feelings before you have an outburst and say something you can't take back. This is a time to write it all out, but don't necessarily say it, because you could really say something you regret. So get out your journal and write about everything that is upsetting you. And I love to write someone a letter when I'm upset with them. But then you don't have to send it. Give yourself 24 hours to just sit on it and process it and think about it. You might not want to send it, but it feels better just to get those emotions out in a letter. And try not to start any fights out in the world. Do not engage with crazy. Do not engage with strangers. This Pluto T-square can be a really volatile time for Leos. So stay home this moon. Stay safe. And next month's full moon in Sagittarius will be trine your sign. And that will be a better time for you, Leo. Virgo. This is your moon to shine your light and really promote yourself. Put yourself out there on social media, record a podcast, launch your book. You can have so much to say, and people are wanting to listen to you. You're like a magnet for people's attention right now. So don't be shy, Virgo. Say what's on your mind this full moon cycle. And you may have some challenges with either your neighbors or your siblings with this Pluto squaring your 3rd house. So see if you can make a change in how you react to them. Be the peacekeeper and the negotiator. And if you can't keep the peace, then just ignore them until it's all over. And you may need an energy clearing to let go of some projections that other people are putting on you right now with their expectations of you, or they just want something from you that they're not getting. And so just do the energy clearings, maybe do some smudging on this full moon and just let that go. Libra, you've been working so hard all year and you deserve to reap the financial rewards now. It might be time to ask for a raise, or if you're lucky, you will just naturally receive some unexpected bonus this month. And if you're not satisfied with how much money you're currently making, spring is a really good time to search for new opportunities, start networking, get on Indeed or LinkedIn, and just explore other ways to make money. Perhaps it's a side hustle, because your potential for abundance is unlimited this month, and the only thing limiting you now is your own internal beliefs. This is a good full moon to listen to our wealth activation music and see if you can shift into the greater wealth that you truly deserve, Libra. Scorpio, Jupiter and Uranus opposite your sign has been pressuring you to make real progress in life, taking on more work, more responsibility to expand your horizons and take that quantum leap forward. But you also feel this urge to have more fun in the ways that you make more money. So you're figuring out new ways to do things that are coming from your heart center. And it can feel like you're going backwards a little bit this month, but it's really just because you are recalibrating to an expanded new way of doing things differently that will ultimately be better for your success in the long run and bring you even more financial rewards when you do what you love, and the money will follow. You may need to channel your superpowers into fewer projects and let some things go that are not bringing in as much financial rewards. There is a strong desire to just cut school and go to the beach right now. And if that's what you need, Scorpio, I say allow yourself a little escape, a little freedom, and you will be even more motivated for taking some time off this month. Sagittarius, you may have a healing crisis of some kind this full moon, asking you to slow down. Take some time off and take care of your mental health. You've been a little bit stressed out, Sagittarius, and you are in a death, transformation, rebirth cycle with this Pluto T-square, where some things may be ending to make room for something new that is coming to you, and just trust the process and let things go. It might be time for some deep spring cleaning, purging, smudging, and energy clearing your home and office this moon, or making a giant bonfire in your backyard, writing out your fears and whatever is holding you back, and then just burning that paper in the fire. Capricorn, this Scorpio full moon is all about opportunities for new friendships showing up, and it's time to take some time for fun and frolicking with friends, because when you are in a state of pure joy, magical things will show up for you. And you will find that you don't have to work so hard to have everything you desire, Capricorn. You can achieve great results by doing things you love and just having fun. And sometimes the best things in life come from just enjoying a moment with friends and laughter and playtime. Aquarius. Pluto in your sign in a T-square with the sun and moon is bringing some earth-shattering life changes to you this full moon. And no matter what happens, focus on being the change for a better world, for a better way forward. And this is a time to really improve your surroundings. You might want to think about moving into a better home situation, buying a home, or finding work that aligns with your higher purpose, and aligning with relationships, being with friends and lovers that truly align to your higher energetic vibration. You have this Venus sextile this month that turns on your love light. You are a beacon to attract new love if you're single, or perhaps just deepen the connection you have if you're in an existing relationship. Pisces. This full moon is trining your sign and bringing opportunities for a deep love connection, either with someone new or deepening your connection with an existing partner. Spend some quality time with someone you truly love on this full moon. With Saturn in your sign, everyone is becoming a mirror and a teacher for you. Your coworkers, your friends, acquaintances, and especially your enemies are teaching you valuable lessons. So embrace these higher spiritual lessons showing up in each and every interaction you have right now. Stay in a place of joy and love. No matter how people upset you, you are learning valuable skills of negotiation, peacekeeping, and how to stay in that higher vibration of love that is so healing for our planet. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.